Charlie Brown's a pretty miserable critter altogether, isn't he? I mean, not much nice happens to him.
I think Charlie Brown is just a little bit of what all of us have inside of us. Mainly me. Mainly I'm Charlie Brown.
You really think that?
Oh, undoubtedly. If you draw about people that win all of the time, you are drawing only about the minority. Most of us lose, you know. Most of us have ambitions. We like to win golf trophies or tennis trophies or things like this, but most of us never win them.
Well, what about the other characters that move around, Charlie? Are these other characters from your memories, too?
Some of them are. Some of them are memories only in name only. Schroeder, for instance, was a young fellow with whom I used to caddy in St. Paul, Minnesota. The new character that we have, named Frida, is named after a friend of ours in Minneapolis. Lucy, you could say, represents the domineering female, but is not necessarily female. She merely represents the fact that little girls seemingly mature faster than little boys. And also all of the kids in the strip represent the cruelty of children one to another. And of course Charlie Brown is the one who takes most of the beating. But you'll find this in any neighborhood. Don't you remember in your days?
What about the famous little fellow Linus and his blanket?
Well, from what I have observed, not only from my own family, but from all of the people we know, and especially from people that have written to us, there's hardly a family alive that does not have some child in it who has a blanket. And Linus, of course, represents this. He also represents more than this because he represents the adults trying to get rid of certain bad habits and the tremendous troubles that they have trying to get rid of some of the things that they don't want to do.
Now we're getting to it, because up to now it seems to me you've been saying that you're actually drawing kids as kids, but you're doing more than this.
Well, I hope so. Mainly the thing is to try to be funny every morning or every evening according to whichever paper runs the strip. But there has to be some sort of a message. Anybody that says they can do humor without a message is doing awfully weak humor. This is a sore point with a lot of cartoonists and a lot of editors. Some people would like to have you do humor that does not carry too much of a message for fear of offending somebody. But humor without a message, as I say, is very weak humor. So the message here is the message of the insecurity of all of us and the trials that we all have and this sort of thing.